Today is January 27th, 2020. It's been 10 whole years since the launch of my most biggest YouTube channel, which I plainly titled CooperCastille. This was one of the last of many restarts for my YouTube career. The first ever YouTube channel I ever created was on September 19th, 2008, and it was called LuigiFire 101. I got the first part of the channel name from a YouTuber called Luigi Toast, who made stop motion videos around video game characters, along with LEGO tutorials on how to make Sonic characters in LEGO. The second half was clearly taken from Forest Fire 101, a channel that quite certainly doesn't need any introduction, quite possibly the most successful stop motion channel on YouTube. What's funny is that my cousin Peter made a channel called LuigiFire 1001 a day later, and yes, it's still up, but there was already a YouTuber named LuigiFire who I didn't even know existed. Also, I was originally going to call the channel LuigiFire 18 because Luigi Toast mentioned someone named Tapika 18 in one of his videos. That's it. That's literally the reason I almost called my first channel that. I was a weird kid. The first video I made was an update video around the end of December 2008. It was really cringy. My cousin Peter was in it and he talked for a little bit. I even called Fred, who was the most successful channel at the time, a, quote, fag. Did I mention I was 10 years old? I don't have this video anymore, thank God, though the same can be said for a lot of the early webcam videos my cousins and I made. The only surviving one is a dumb skit Peter and I made called the Attack of FAW FAW. Don't ask, just watch.
Mommy. Oh, wait. Hey. Wait, who are you? My name is Poco. What? What are you eating? Chips? That's stupid. Oh. Who are you? My name is FAW FAW. What? My name is Stop eating and tell me. My name is FAW FAW. I can't say my name without eating anything. What's your name? Fodo? No, Peter.
Yeah, that's probably the earliest video on YouTube that you guys will ever see of me. Peter and I also did a Pokemon lip sync video where we lip synced the Pokemon theme song as a queer ripoff of when Smosh did this 3 years earlier. The video was nowhere near as successful as Smosh's video, at least not on YouTube. My family at the time really loved the video, so much so that they played the entire video at our Christmas reunion that year, like in front of our whole family. It was really embarrassing. Now, I don't have this video anymore, but I am pretty certain that the family member who played it for the family reunion may still have a copy of it somewhere. Don't give your hopes up though, I'm not 100% certain he even has it anymore, but I'll keep you guys updated. Anyways, as we entered 2009, I really wanted to make LEGO videos in the style of Forest Fire 101. My cousins and I once again tried making videos. I ended up getting a new camera for Christmas that took decent pictures and video, but the video format was MOD, not AVI, which meant that Windows Movie Maker wouldn't accept it. Yup, ya boys started out using Windows Movie Maker. I'm kinda thankful the MOD format limited our video creations. We would have made so many embarrassing videos. Actually, we kinda already did anyways. Instead, we decided to mostly make some LEGO videos, all of which don't exist anymore. Yeah, I never had the foresight to back up any of my old LEGO videos, and I feel bad about that because I would have liked to have shown them in this video. I have some of them backed up, but they're mainly from my cousin's channels. Also, at first we were recording our audio in one take using Windows Movie Maker's built-in audio recorder, so our first few videos were literally done in one take. Here's a few videos that we made.
Coke is good. Yeah, I'm singing on stage, about to sing on stage. Take me away, a secret place. Oh my god, oh shoot, oh, what happened to my leg? Oh my god, what happened to my leg, please?
Oh, hey Spider-Man, how you doing? Yeah, could you please shut up? Okay, bye. Oh my god, check it out. Okay, are you alright?
Yes, I'm alright, okay, I'm alright.
Meanwhile,
Pooh is good. Super fight! Okay, let's fight him.
I won.
Super fight! Woohoo!
Well, Yeah, we made dumb shit like this. We also did a Full House parody video. We even did a Friends one, which was funnier in my opinion, but we sadly deleted it and I don't have it anymore. We made a few pivot videos which were awful. Then eventually we learned that we could record our audio before we edit the video. Wow, who would have known? So later videos had their audio recorded beforehand, which I discovered because I was the one editing all the videos. It was a lot easier to edit that way. We made a couple videos like this, but eventually I just started making LEGO recreations of various Smosh videos. I did this for a while, which resulted in my channel getting suspended and eventually terminated on April 9th, 2009. I ended up getting 3 copyright claims from Smosh, and LuigiFire 101 has been dead for 11 years. Press F in chat. However, I had an alt account called LuigiFire7792, which I eventually had to switch to being my main channel. I uploaded a few more originally made videos. By that I mean I was remaking movies in LEGO after watching a YouTube channel called LEGO Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I figured, oh, I can do this too. So instead of using audio from the movies, I recorded all the voices and music myself. I ended up making some of the worst videos in all of my career on YouTube. And that's saying something because I made that Generations review. They were embarrassingly garbage. So that came and went, and I eventually shut down LuigiFire7792 and created a new channel, LuigiFireFilms. I made some LEGO series of my own that were just rip-offs of other YouTubers again. I made a LEGO Halo series as a rip-off of MacN17's series, who would later go on to be custom LEGO minifigure. My cousins voiced the other 2 Spartans in the first episode, but later on I ended up just voicing all the characters myself because I was too lazy to ask my cousins to return for future episodes. Like MacN17's videos, Master Chief was voiced by Microsoft Sam, which was an idea I eventually learned he got from Arby and the Chief. Pretty good series, I recommend it. I was customizing a lot of my minifigures at the time. I made various characters from painting minifigures and such. I remember one of the Halo episodes included the crew from Ed's world, and all of them were voiced by me, of course. And I swear, I am not lying about this. Ed saw the video and actually left the comment on it. I'm dead serious. The comment he left was really nice too. He liked the way I made their minifigures look. It was a really nice comment to see after the onslaught of comments telling me my voice sounded like a fat gay virgin. Being honest, these LEGO Halo videos weren't good, but they were videos that I was kinda happy with. I would have loved to have saved copies of them, but, well, I wanted to rebrand my channel again, mainly drop the LuigiFire name because I realized how unoriginal it was. So at the beginning of 2010, I shut down LuigiFireFilms and created, you guessed it, CooperCastille. Finally, we can start talking about this channel's history. First, I started re-uploading my videos on my channel. The earliest video that's still up is actually the most viewed video on my channel, which is LEGO Toy Story Clip, a video that I'll get into later. Anyways, back to Halo. I was kind of proud of those videos, so I re-uploaded those too, but instead of re-downloading the files, I thought to myself at the time, hey, I'll use ZDSoft and just record them off my screen instead. This was a terrible mistake. My computer was also garbage at screen recording, so the frame rate was choppy, the audio was overblown, and the videos were just ruined. Eventually, I deleted the screen recordings off CooperCastille. It saddens me to this day that these videos no longer exist because I wouldn't have mind keeping them up. But alas, we're not in that timeline. The earliest video you can find on my channel is LEGO Toy Story Clip, which I released at the exact right time. Early 2010, Toy Story 3 on the horizon. I was a genius. This was actually the first YouTube video to make me get monetized on YouTube because of how big it was becoming. And this was back before the time of everyone being able to be monetized. And I'm honestly glad they switched back to only having some people be monetized, but that's a topic for another day, so let's move on. This is where things get a little interesting. According to the Wayback Machine, by July 2010, I had about 95 videos on this channel. Ironically, 95% of these videos no longer exist. Very few of my brick films have survived. A lot of them were deleted because a lot of people at my middle school would bully me. So I was outright deleting them so they wouldn't see it anymore. And also because I didn't know that privating the video was an option or understood how that worked. It's a decision I regret to this very day. During this time, I made a series called Cooper and Emilio, starring myself and someone named Emilio who vanished off the face of the internet nearly a decade ago. A few friends of mine in the brickfilming community were also in the videos. 2010 was the time of some of my first ever collaborations with other YouTubers. Like, I would play a character in their videos, they'd play a character in mine, fair trade. I made a playlist dedicated to all my guest appearances on YouTube. Not all of them are available though. Some of my friends have chosen to either delete or private them for personal reasons. Here's a few clips of them.
Hey Cooper, what's up?
Know how Stonebreaker's 10 went to college?
Yeah?
Well, let's find him and make him start making films again. 2 plastic costumed kids? You gotta be joking.
Hey dude, nice to finally meet you.
Hi, you too. Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Who am I?
I think I need a new haircut.
Did you say haircut?
Where'd you come from?
I give great haircuts.
Okay.
Dude, you suck at that game.
Shut up.
Cooper, meet CooperCastille.
Hi, Mason. Hi. What's his name again?
I made a lot of friends during this time, and when I discovered what Skype was in late 2010, this made communication with my friends become much easier. When it comes to what's left of Cooper and Emilio per se, only 2 videos exist online, with only one having its original audio. Cooper and Emilio episode 2 is on an alt channel I made called coopercastille. However, it's an audio commentary that mutes the original audio altogether, and the commentary, it's not very good.
The one thing I really like about this episode is Stonebreaker's 10. Don't ask me why, how I got him on the show. I mean on this episode. I don't know. Okay, what happened was I sent him a background, like Mason Biter did, and he's voicing for me and Mason Biter now, I guess. Yeah.
Kind of a shame that I just muted the original audio altogether. I got Stonebreaker's 10 to be in this video, and now you can't hear it anymore. Damn it. The second surviving episode is Cooper and Emilio moving in. This video exists in its entirety and it's archived on my second channel, CooperCastille 2. I'm quite happy this one is still up. It's embarrassingly unfunny and bad at points, but it's still nice to have this piece of channel history still up. Every time I somehow come across an old video of mine that got re-uploaded, I'd archive them to my second channel pretty much. I remade the Kick-Ass main trailer and the Hit Girl trailer in LEGO. The main trailer remake is gone, but I managed to find the Hit Girl trailer again and it's back up. This was one of the many videos where I was bleeping out the curse words, so for this one I censored everything with the exception of the word cunts, which at the time I didn't even know was a curse word, hilariously enough.
Okay, you cunts. Let's see what you can do now.
I remade the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World trailer in LEGO, which ended up being one of the videos that got deleted in the Great Purge of CooperCastille. Thankfully, my friend JC Harsh downloaded the video because he wanted to do a best of brickfilms in 2010 video, and he sent it to me a few years later. Thank you, Jay.
If she's the girl of your dreams, then you have to let her know. Step up your game, Scott. Break out the L word.
Lesbian?
The other L word.
Lesbians?
I also made a second LEGO Toy Story clip that I took down for whatever reason. It's back up on my second channel though, so it's all good. Yeah, it seemed I never abandoned remaking other people's videos and movie trailers for a while. There's so much content and history for this channel's first 2 years that are sadly not a thing anymore. Hopefully some of these videos will show up again in the future, but there's like a 99% chance it won't happen. Sorry guys. My cousins and I also continued making videos during this time. One of them involved us recreating a full episode of Fanboy and Chum Chum. In fact, 2 episode remakes were made, and one even had a blooper reel. All 3 of these videos are gone, which makes me sad, but also kind of relieved. Who knows, they might come back to haunt me in the future. We'll see. We did a series on my cousin Trevor's channel called Pwned, which lasted like 3 episodes. All of them are gone, but we still have the blooper reel, which probably has my favorite outtake ever from any of our videos, where Peter fails to grab Trevor's shirt.
Prepare to die! Prepare to die!
Nice job. 2010 was quite a productive year for the channel, and 2011 was alright too. However, lots of drama happened between my friend groups and lots of people ended up splitting off from each other. This was where the decline of the brick filming community started. Some people didn't want to work with each other anymore, others didn't want to keep making LEGO videos all the time. It was complicated. By the end of 2011, most of the brick filming community was gone, which included me. I uploaded a pretty infamous update video announcing I would stop making brick films and move on to gaming content. This upset a lot of people and very likely caused my channel to die for a while. You know what else caused my channel to die? My separate gaming channel. For whatever reason, between 2012 and 2013, I stopped using coopercastille and instead started using my gaming channel, CooperPlaysGames. coopercastille was dead for almost 2 years. No content, nothing. All of my focus had went into CooperPlaysGames, which didn't pan out too well. I did some commentary-less Let's Plays. There were like 2 or 3 videos that had commentary on it, but it wasn't even commentary on the actual game, it was just a Skype call I was recording. Kinda cringy. But eventually, I returned to coopercastille in late 2013, and basically announced that I was coming back to doing brick films with this. I was back, baby. Even though it was a little too late since the channel was practically dead for nearly 2 years. Not to mention YouTube's algorithm messing everything up. I did a 5-year anniversary video, which was pretty humorous. I recommend checking it out. I tried working on a big project called Henry the Batman. It never got finished, it wasn't funny, and I'm glad it got canned. During this time, my cousin Andrew and I wrote this random-ass talk show inspired video called That Cooper and Andrew Show Episode 1, The Return. It was a random and really stupid video, but I found it so much fun to make and it made me and my friends laugh so hard. After I cancelled Henry the Batman, I put my full focus on That Cooper and Andrew Show. In the span of nearly 2 years, I put out 6 full episodes and 3 shorts. I was also making a Friday the 13th saga that never got finished, but who cares. That Cooper and Andrew Show came to an end with 2015's That Cooper and Andrew Show, hashtag episode 666.exe.rare.doc.jpeg.gif, and Knuckles Origins copyright. The name was a joke made during the writing process. Also during the writing process, I had no clue how to end the script. This was the first episode of the show that I wrote completely by myself. Then I let Andrew and Jay read it, and upon hearing that I didn't know how to end it, well, I don't mean to spoil the ending of That Cooper and Andrew Show, but the both of them came up with an ending where the world pretty much ended.
You're not getting away with this.
I just did.
Wait, what? Damn it.
Trust me, it makes a lot more sense in context. With the world of That Cooper and Andrew Show basically gone, there wasn't anywhere else to take the series, so we just left it at that. Afterwards, I wasn't too sure where to take the channel. We tossed around some ideas, but eventually we decided to try a new format, podcasts. I ran 2 podcasts. The first one being TCast Podcast, which ran from July to September 19th, 2015, the 7th anniversary of my YouTube career. The channel coopercastille was also 5 years old by this point. There was an episode of TCast Podcast where we read a few unused scripts from around the 2010-2011 era of my channel. I had some of these segments made into their own brick films. I would say these ended up being the last 3 brick films I ever made, but for the 20th anniversary of Toy Story, I made a 3rd LEGO Toy Story clip video, which now remains the last LEGO video I ever put out to this day. The end of an era. Eventually, we wanted to better market the podcast, so we canceled it after 8 episodes and decided to start a new podcast, Take 2 Podcast. This podcast ran from September 2015 to May 2017. We put out 18 episodes and I do have a lot of fond memories with both podcasts. Even though we decided to end it after some members started feeling anxious about some of the stuff they said in previous episodes. And not to mention some of us were just sick of podcasting. I myself shared a lot of really personal info that I'm not really comfortable with me giving out anymore. All the episodes of each podcast are unlisted because myself and the other members don't want them to be so publicly available anymore. I'm sure that some dumb or personal shit I said in some episodes will come back to haunt me someday. Oh well. During the run of Take Two Podcast, I decided to start up a series that I had been wanting to make for a few years now. Initially in 2015, I wanted to do a Back to the Future retrospective video, inspired by Bellina Productions' Jurassic Park retrospective video, that would have been the start of the series. Unfortunately, it just didn't pan out too well, and I had to can the episode. I do still have the demo version of it available on YouTube if you guys want to check it out. I put the series on hold for the time being because I was way too busy with school. Then, on February 27th, 2016, 1 month after the 6th anniversary of the channel, I uploaded the first ever episode of Cooper's Perspective. The series that very much put my channel in the spotlight later on. I stuck to trying to put out at least one episode per month, since that was really all the time I had for the series at the time. However, in May 2016, I graduated from high school. After this, I pretty much had as much free time as I needed to work on a marathon in Cooper's Perspective that ended up bringing a lot of good, but also a lot of bad. June 2016 was the start of my infamous Sonic Marathon, which lasted all the way up until May 2017. I said a lot of controversial things in these series of videos. Even though I do regret a lot of what I've said over the years, I am a little proud that I managed to review every single Sonic game up to that point. I brought my visions I had imagined for years to life. Still, I plan on re-reviewing these games in 2021 for the Sonic series 30th anniversary, so I'll have lots to correct by the time those videos start out. After that marathon ended, I started to get exhausted making reviews. I put out 3 SpongeBob reviews that did pretty well, and then I started a Spider-Man marathon, until I decided to quite infamously cancel Cooper's Perspective in August 2017. Something just felt off about me doing Cooper's Perspective anymore. I guess I could say I was slowly starting to develop a distaste for the series, and maybe it was just really bad burnout. It was also around this point that I was posting my videos on the Sonic Reddit, which was a huge disaster. Reddit can have a pretty toxic community. Didn't help that I was acting really immature to people responding to my posts. Some of them had legitimate criticisms, but others were just angry. I also think my posts were responsible for the Sonic Reddit no longer allowing self-promotion anymore. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, so that came and went. For a while, I had been jumping around the idea of making a Let's Play series in the same fashion as Game Grumps and Only Plays, but mainly Only Plays. So in November 2017, I started up a Let's Play of Sonic Unleashed, which ended up being the first of an LP series that I plainly titled W.E.T, which stands for Wasting Everyone's Time, for the people who kept asking. I ended up wrapping up Sonic Unleashed by February 2018, and I started up other Let's Plays for Hat in Time, and a 100% run of Super Mario Sunshine. I also did a Let's Play of Sonic Forces that I'm not too big on anymore. I plan on redoing that one in the future. I also do plan to return to both Hat in Time and Sunshine. It's just that right now I want to wait until I'm in a space in my life where I can get more people on the show to help commentate with me, because I'm not very entertaining on my own. I have lots of faith in the future of W.E.T. It's just for right now, it's being put on hold for the time being. I'm just very unsure when it'll come back. Midway through making these W.E.T videos, I felt the aspiration to return to make reviews again. I finally realized why I stopped making reviews. I just didn't like the way I was making them. Cooper's Perspective had just felt so limiting to me creatively, so I wanted to reinvent how I made reviews. So in July 2018, I returned to reviews with a series initially called Review, and the first episode was a review of both episodes of Sonic 4. I still really like this review. I think it was a good comeback video. But after a while, I felt like giving the series better branding, so I changed the name from Review to Coop's Reviews, a name similar to Cooper's Perspective. Yes, this was intentional. I try putting out reviews at a decent pace. I want to space them out so I don't get burnout like I did with Cooper's Perspective the year earlier. Though that certainly didn't matter in August 2019 when I decided to do a Godzilla marathon and freaking shot these reviews out at such a high pace. Like, Jesus. If you can get me talking about Godzilla, you are opening up a Pandora's box. Also, something I need to mention, because if I didn't bring this up, it would have bothered me significantly. In May 2017, I got a bird named Poco. He was a green-cheeked conure born on January 21st, 2017. He was featured in a lot of my videos and took over my social media accounts for a good while. I was really attached to the little guy. He always picked me up whenever I was feeling down. It was really nice to be around him. In June 2019, I went on a trip to Whittier, California for Sonic Revolution. I got to meet a lot of great people there, I met a few fans, but mainly I got to meet some of my internet friends in person for the first time ever, which was great. Sadly, I couldn't take Poco with me, so my parents had to care for him while I was away. Unfortunately, upon returning home, I found out that Poco had passed away. I'd rather not go into details of how he died, but it was a very sad time for me. As a result, I made my next review be of something that I really loved, Sonic Advance 3, which I dedicated to Poco. He had been such a huge part of my life over 2 years. He was the best, baby. I'll always miss him. So, yeah, I think that about wraps it up. This channel has gone through and seen a lot of changes in the past decade it's been around. It's not stopping anytime soon, though I do need to address what the future of the channel will hold. For starters, the channel is being rebranded as Coop because I like that name. Recently, I've been trying to get into singing, and it's my primary focus for right now, along with trying to get a job outside of YouTube to help me move out because I am turning 22 this year. I need to move out of my parents' place, okay? That's not to say content on the channel is gonna stop, but it's going to be a bit slower for the time being since my priorities are much different now. It's only until I can find a better spot with my singing voice. And who knows, maybe I'll start making music related content for you all. Not now or soon, but in due time. There's a lot I'd like to achieve in life, and I hope all of you are there to see me do it. Also, as a side note, I will try to make live streams more common, so look forward to that. Plus, the sold live retrospectives will still be made, but they'll take a little while to come out considering all the research that goes into each episode, so stay tuned for that. It's been a heck of a decade, and I look forward to what the new decade brings. Thank you all for watching my content for so long. That's about all I have to say for right now. I'm CooperCastille, and thanks for watching.